We're calling it the Lake Monticello Car Show. It represents the lake. Even if we can't find enough room in the lake, it's still a community event for Lake Monticello. And it's all for charity. I want to thank all of the donors at the auto parts stores for the prizes. Effort Baptist Church, they let us use all their facilities for free. And we have raised, like I said, we've raised a lot of money. It's just been a great event. The proceeds are going to the DAV, which is the Disabled American Veterans, and it's the local chapter. They run a van service for veterans that don't have transportation from Charlottesville and anywhere in between to the VA hospital.
My car is a 1922 Dodge Brothers. That was when Dodge company was called Dodge Brothers. What they did, Dodge Brothers sold chassis, and then other manufacturers built the wooden bodies on it. And same way with Fords and Chevys and all that. They sold chassis and other manufacturers built the wooden bodies on it. I've had it about 12 years. I restored it in 2008. And it was restored. I restored the whole car. Took me about 4 years total. I did all the work myself, except for the artist work on the side and getting the wooden wheels made. I did not have the equipment to make the wooden wheels. They were made by a guy in Waynesboro, Pennsylvania. This one was used, they used it for taking different things to DC area during the summer, like vegetables and things to DC. And then when they would come back to Newington, they'd pick up dry goods, like flour and dried beans and things like that, and sell out of the store. And the store was also the post office for that area, which was neat to have a store at a post office combination.
My car is a 2018 Mustang GT. It's 460 horsepower with a 10-speed automatic transmission, and it will go fast. But I've been driving 56 years and they haven't caught me yet. We've had it since December 2017. I bought this for a Christmas present for my wife. And bought the car. It's a ruby red tri-coat. And the next year, I blinged up the engine, which you see all the pretty stuff under the engine. So we take it to car shows, and she usually gets first place in whatever she puts in, because we put a lot of time in it. We clean it to MCA, that's Mustang Club of America, specifications. And I tell you, one piece of lint will get you a hit. So we work on it, and it's kept in the garage. It also has a ceramic coating on it that cost $750, and it makes it real easy to clean. I paid $48,000 out the door for it because it has $8,000 worth of options on it. Bought it in December of 2017. Anything that goes wrong with it, they fix it at their expense. So say, buy you a Mustang, buy you a Ford. And another thing with being in the MCA, Mustang Club of America, any Ford you buy, other than specialty car, they give you another $1,000 off the price. So if I hadn't been a member of MCA, that would cost me $49,000 out the door instead of $48,000. So I'm very grateful for the Mustang Club of America.
I bought the car in 2002, but it took me till 2005 to get it on the road because it needed to have everything done mechanically on it. And it's not a very simple system. It took me 3 years to put it on the road, and since then I've driven it 17,700 miles. It's a 1910, and what makes it special is the engine, because it's air-cooled. You don't see any radiator cap or anything else like that, and it has a very peculiar valving system where the exhaust valve is physically inside the inlet valve. It has a dual exhaust, but they're timed differently, so that you put a muffler on the early exhaust and you don't have a muffler on the late exhaust, so you don't have any back pressure. It's just an incredibly complex Baroque engine. And that's, I read about these engines, didn't understand them, but once you get into working on it, that's the only way to really understand it. Well, it isn't an outfit. This is just a duster. It's modern, linen, and it makes the most sense in the world because you're sitting on your tails. So as you lean forward for shifting and braking and things like that, your shirt doesn't ride up, and which can make it kind of upsetting to the people in the rear.
This is my 1962 Chevy Impala. My father-in-law and mother-in-law were the original owners. It was bought for them by my mother-in-law's parents as a wedding present. It was purchased off the lot in November of 1961. My father-in-law showed it. He was president of the Impala Club in California. When they were living in Bakersfield in the 1990s, the car was stolen and it was chopped down to the frame. It was missing for 3 weeks. They recovered it. Big old pile of parts, some of it in milk crates, and he spent about 10 years getting it all put back together. And about a decade ago, they had moved to Scottsdale, Arizona, and he quit driving it, so it sit for 10 years. And last year, he shipped it to me. I've had it overhauled, all the convertible motors, everything it froze up. They've all been rebuilt. New belts, hoses, and tires. I've got about 800 miles back on the road with it, and it runs like a new car, smooth and quiet. It's just really a neat vehicle. When it was originally purchased, it had some options like factory overdrive and a couple other nice options. Had air conditioning added over the years. And the biggest kick I got it back on the road a couple of months ago, and my wife was riding beside me. And she said, this is the first time I've ridden in the front seat I can remember, because my mom and dad were in the front and my sister and I were in the back. So that's just, I got the biggest kick out of that. You just really feel a connection there. So I'm just so lucky my father-in-law thought I was the favorite son-in-law.
I'm the treasurer for the local Disabled American Veterans, Chapter 33, which is in Charlottesville. And Jeff Spinello is putting this car show on. We're kind of helping him out, making sure everything kind of runs as smoothly as we can. And it seems like a good turnout that we had. So Jeff basically donates the proceeds or some of the proceeds to the veterans, which we appreciate. The Disabled Vets takes care of local veterans that make sure that they get representation through the VA. Disabled veterans sometimes have a hard time getting care, and that's what we do. We work directly with the Veterans Administration and push paperwork through to help get the credit and the help that they deserve. We donate to charities, basically to military families, the Paralympic Games, things like that, different veterans organizations. And that's where a lot of the money because we're a charity and we help out the local veterans. We try to keep it local in the community.
Well, it's a 55 Bel Air. It's got a 350 Chevy engine in it. Then I've had it reupholstered. It's got new tires, wheels. Most everything on it's been changed, and it's either new or been replaced. And I've had it about 10 years, and I did a little work at a time on it. This is my first Best of Show, and it really surprises me. But it's kind of a flashy car with the black and a lot of the chrome. And the red upholstery kind of really sets it off inside. I think that's probably most of it. A lot of chrome on the engine. It shows well. It's just been a lot of fun building it, and it's a lot of fun showing and come around to the shows and meet a lot of people. I see a lot of people that I'll see at different shows and become good friends. And you may not see them again until another show, but I really appreciate the trophy.